Unfortunately, he's got a cop car.
These are 12 moments where suspects took off in police cars. Meet 29-year-old Brandon Combs, who on February the 13th of 2022 paid a visit to the modern Nissan dealership and hopped inside of a Nissan Frontier pickup truck. He apparently didn't know that he was being watched through cameras by nighttime security, who called the police and requested an officer to the lot.
What? What?
Take your gun off.
Why? What's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, do not move! Do not move! Do not move! What are you doing? Hey! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! 266, give me another, I got one at gunpoint. Nissan dealership 29. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out!
That'll be around midnight, and I'm not sure that or not. I'll be code 3.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Show me your hands! Hey! Get on the ground!
46,
I need an 18.
Noting Brandon's erratic behavior and the possibility of being run over, the officer put distance between him and the vehicle and picked a safe spot to wait for backup. But what he didn't anticipate was Brandon jumping out of the truck and hauling ass towards his patrol unit.
Get on the ground! Go to my patrol vehicle. Shots fired! Shots fired!
Medics were requested to the scene and Brandon was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead soon after arrival. 3 months later, the officer involved, Officer Timothy Larson, was fired from the department. His termination letter cited that he refused to cooperate with the internal investigation and even gave false information to superiors concerning Brandon's death. The district attorney declined to criminally charge Timothy only because there was a department-issued rifle inside of the patrol car that Brandon could have wielded against him, and because Brandon could have potentially run the officer over. And the following year, the case was settled for a whopping $1.4 million. But unlike that officer, this next one actually found himself in a high-risk situation after his vehicle was stolen by a crazy nudist. On January the 5th of 2017, police received reports about a woman walking near the Shell gas station on Gila Bend. She wasn't particularly doing anything to cause a disturbance, but, well, you'll see.
Hey, you okay? Where's all your clothes out?
Yeah, but I'm okay.
When did this happen? Tell you what, why don't you come over here, ma'am? What's your name? Hey, can you come over here away from the crowd and talk to me?
Like a jacket or something?
Stand right here. I'll see what I can get for you, all right? Dang it. Yeah. I think I got a blanket.
If you're paying close attention, you may have noticed that the suspect, 31-year-old Lisa Luna, has quietly moved from the back of the patrol car to right behind the driver's side door. The officer didn't appear alarmed by it, but that's because he didn't know that Lisa wasn't actually an assault victim. She was a maniac who was high off a mixture of meth and spice, a street term for synthetic marijuana. kind civilian let the officer hop in his car and they followed the stolen unit until backup officers could take over pursuit. Lisa then took them on a 70-mile chase that reached up to 100 miles per hour and continued to drive even after being hit by stop sticks and busting the tires. The chase finally ended when she crashed into another vehicle and was taken into custody. She was then transported to the police station where officers learned that she had an active warrant for her arrest, and she was subsequently booked into the Maricopa County Jail on charges of endangerment and theft of a means of transportation. During a court hearing, Lisa testified she felt like she was possessed during the incident and that her actions and thoughts were not her own, but one typically feels that way when they're high on several different narcotics. 4 months later, she was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised probation. As insane as she was, she still didn't give the police as much trouble as the next deranged suspect, who jacked 3 different cars on the same day.
Bristol, he's got a cop car.
On January the 12th of 2023, 39-year-old Jimmy Shoemaker Gonzalez decided to carjack someone driving a Dodge Durango, but not before cutting the victim across the forehead with a knife. He hit a snowplow and crashed the Durango within a few hours, but got out and waltzed right on over to the condo complex across the street, where he then carjacked someone else for their Toyota RAV4. He also cut that victim before speeding away, and a short while later, Jimmy and the stolen vehicle were located by police, but despite the officer's lights and sirens, he continued speeding away until he drove into a snowy ravine and struck a guardrail. That's when Jimmy ditched the RAV4 and hightailed it to the nearby Mountain Laurel apartment complex, and police followed him into the complex to look for him, but one of the officers made the grave mistake of leaving his patrol unit running.
And I possibly his hand. First, clear the channel. Don't say anything. Get him in order patrol.
I got lethal. Oh! Bristol, he's got a cop car. I'm gonna get out of the car. Get out of the car. Go to the cop car. Breathe, stop.
If you're curious about what Jimmy did after that, all of what followed was captured on the dash cam of the stolen patrol car, and you won't believe how Jimmy chose to end the chase.
This is 17 years to the drive. 52. Approaching Route 6. He's approaching Route 6. He's way ahead of me. First one does not have any lights on. Suspect possibly hit once or twice on the down Brook Street. Southbound down Brook. Well, he hit the garage for crimes. Yeah. I need some caution tape down here as well.
For reasons completely unknown, Jimmy decided that instead of just stopping, he would drive directly into Palma's diner. Officers caught up to him moments later and found him alive, but with 2 gunshot wounds to the thigh and 2 to the leg. He was transported to the hospital, and when questioned by police, Jimmy admitted that he was very high off PCP and didn't remember much of what happened. He just knew that he was stuck on that side of town and needed a ride home. After 3 days of recovery, he was released into police custody and charged with multiple counts of first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, first-degree reckless endangerment, second-degree threatening, second-degree assault with a weapon, and second-degree criminal mischief. Maybe next time he'll consider just taking the bus home. But at least he had some type of explanation, unlike the next suspect who shot at an officer who was trying to just help him.
Hey, stay in your vehicle. Hey!
On October the 15th of 2023, police received a report of a disabled vehicle on the shoulder of Interstate 5, and an officer was dispatched to see if the driver needed any help. The responding officer arrived and confronted the driver, 39-year-old Joseph Pate, but Joseph's reaction was a little more than the officer expected.
Hey, can you roll down your window? Hey, stay in your vehicle. Hey! He's got a long gun on the ground. Stay on the ground! Stop moving! Do not reach for it! 802, I cannot tell. It's blacked out windows. Stay on the ground! Stay on the ground! Do not do it!
At this point, Joseph was peppered with gunshot wounds while the officer had been shot in the torso, shoulder, and leg. While the officer was tending to his wounds, Joseph took the opportunity to hop inside the patrol car and make a getaway.
802, I'm hit! 802, I'm hitting the leg! 802, I'm hitting the leg! He's taking off with the patrol vehicle! Anything 802?
After clipping a semi-truck, the patrol unit spun out and came to a stop in a field, where it then burst into flames.
Let's go. Hold on. 810, send in fire. Go. When's it change? Fire's coming. Okay, that's good.
Joseph surrendered and was taken into custody before being transported to the nearest hospital, but he was pronounced dead upon arrival. A subsequent look into his criminal history revealed that he'd been arrested 11 times since 2014 for a litany of burglaries, drug crimes, and DUIs. And as for the responding officer, he was successfully treated at the hospital and sent home to recover. He has since returned to duty. But that case is nothing compared to this next Florida man who had managed to successfully steal 2 police cars.
Do not walk up on this car. We got enough people up here. Dog! That's the dog!
On May the 6th of 2021, while police were at a local hotel responding to a disturbance call, a man suddenly hopped into one of the patrol units and drove away. This, of course, immediately initiated a pursuit which spilled into Interstate 95.
Guys, give me your speed. We're about 105, 110, trying to catch up. They're still a little ways away. It's pretty good traffic. Still south of that there. One's got it, if you want to call it.
10-3, someone just hit him into the woods.
Car in the woods, can't see the driver. Alright, everybody heads up. He's trying to drive the car out of the woods. Alright guys, we're gonna get 2 shields, we're gonna approach, trying to rock the car back and forth so he's still... When they get a shield, let's pin him in.
Watch him! Throw it to me! Coming out the driver's side!
Y'all do not walk up on this car, we got enough people up here.
This is 33-year-old Xavier Cummings, and he was now wielding a crowd-dispersing pepper spray canister and sprinting towards another cop car.
Dog! Press the dog!
Hey, get behind the car! Are you kidding me?
Okay, we got units coming up just south of Dunlawton. It's the only vehicle coming at you, center lane, blue lights on. Only vehicle, about 3 seconds out.
Any other vehicle dealing with them, block your doors. Car 1, give Air 1 the air.
Still northbound 95, half mile south of Dunlawton. Half mile south of Dunlawton.
Are there guns in the front of the car? Ask the K9 handler from Cocoa. He says yes, there probably is.
Okay, vehicle is smoking. Vehicle smoking north of 95, or north of Dunlawton by about a half mile. Going into the inside lane.
Being advised that's a SWAT officer's vehicle. Alright, everybody hold there. We need a K9 up here. Mike, where you at? Patton Williamson. Alright, he's breaking for the median, guys. He's breaking for the median. Breaking for the median. Everybody slow down. Don't ball up here.
It's underneath the the wires. Underneath the wires. In the median.
We got one thrown down on the ground.
Xavier was placed under arrest and transported to the police station where he advised officers he'd taken crystal meth earlier in the day and had not slept for 24 hours. He was charged with burglary, eluding, possession of a firearm by a felon, driving with a suspended license, 2 counts of grand theft of a motor vehicle, and 2 counts of grand theft of a firearm. At a subsequent court hearing, he insisted that the officers did not give him verbal permission to take their car, but rather they gave him permission through mental telepathy. The judge patiently tolerated Xavier's antics until he screamed "Illuminati help" at the top of his lungs and had to be removed from the courtroom. And you do have to admit that was an impressive run, but perhaps not as impressive as this lady's insane contortionist skills. On September the 2nd of 2017, employees of an Ulta beauty store contacted the police concerning a theft in progress. 33-year-old Tasha Sponsler was caught on camera shoplifting several items from the store and leaving before the police could arrive. But officers caught up to her a short ways down the road and immediately placed her under arrest.
Yeah, about that. God dang! Hey! What the hell?
After slipping her cuffs and sliding through the partition window, Tasha took the police on a chase that reached up to 100 miles an hour while simultaneously reaching for the department-issued shotgun that was inside the car. They pursued her for 23 miles, and an officer was able to successfully pit her vehicle before she managed to unlock the firearm.
Bust the weapons on him. Bust the window. Bust the window. Where's the window punch? Window punch! Window punch! Window punch! Window punch! Cover, cover! I got cover! Yeah.
Tasha was placed under arrest once again and taken to the police station, and there police discovered exactly why she had tried to take off. She was in possession of a large quantity of meth and was subsequently booked into the Angelina County Jail on charges of escape with threat of a deadly weapon, aggravated assault on a police officer, evading arrest with a vehicle with prior convictions, unauthorized use of a vehicle, and felony possession of methamphetamine. She rejected a plea deal for 16 years and 5 months and was then convicted and sentenced to 45 years in prison instead. Despite the hefty punishment, she should be grateful that she didn't end up like the next suspect, who paid the ultimate price for running from the police.
Good sticks. We got him.
On June the 20th of 2023, police were chasing down a vehicle that was allegedly involved in a report of gunfire, and throughout the chase, 31-year-old Anthony Sanchez III reportedly caused several collisions and disobeyed numerous traffic laws.
Slowed down, speeds of 28. Maneuver, hold traffic.
TVI successful. Got me? Out of the vehicle! Out of the vehicle! Out of the vehicle! What's going on? I got you.
Get out on the ground.
Hands behind your back.
I didn't do. What's going on? Get on the ground.
All right. Pat him down.
Shot at me, and I don't know what's going on.
We're under arrest. Leave you.
Hey, sit in the car. Take your shoes. First, take your shoes off.
Right now,
Take your shoes off. Lift up. Okay.
What's going on?
Okay. Sit. Put your feet in. It was loaded and chambered.
While the officers were checking the firearm they found in Anthony's vehicle, he was inside the car visibly panicking and looking as if he were building up the nerve to do something really dangerous.
191-742.
I copy. Serial number, returning Cuervo, no record.
So it started with a crash. That's the only reason we got involved.
In Dollar?
Crash on Road 5.
He just stole the patrol car. Hold on, notified Dunn County. We need stop sticks out for this vehicle. It is a marked patrol unit. Lights are activated. Where is he at?
Probably grab one of those three vehicles in the
He's gonna get wrecked.
He's got about a half a tank.
Well, we got a half a tank of gas. Go ahead and have radio. Disable the radio, please. Disable the radio. In car 723. I need as many sets of stop sticks set up as you can get.
So stop where you're at. Set up here. Set up here. 393. We'll be at the 392.
392. Speed's 100. You slowed down slightly. We're coming up on the curve at the 392, 393.
C14, Ben Force, flag strips are going to be set up at the 394, 394.
Just past the 392, speed's 99. Eastbound in the westbound lane, eastbound in the westbound lane, 393. Coming up on stop sticks. He missed him, continuing eastbound. Please get a set of stop sticks on this guy.
I'm coming up right now and I'll come up behind him.
Copy 1140.
Hello.
Did he get it?
This? Okay. Switch, Candy. I don't have vehicle. Where's the keys? You got the keys in it? I don't have. You got the keys in it? Good sticks. We got to
The last set of stop sticks worked a little too well, causing Anthony to lose control of the vehicle and slam directly into a semi-truck. The car subsequently went up in flames and Anthony was quickly extracted and rushed to the hospital, but despite medical intervention, he died of his injuries later that day. An investigation is still ongoing. At least we can say that Anthony wasn't trying to hurt anyone, but we can't say the same for the next suspect who tried to kill an officer before stealing his vehicle. On January the 27th of 2022, an officer responded to a vehicle parked on the side of the road after a witness reportedly saw the driver slumped over in the front seat. Upon approaching it, the officer confirmed the witness's story to be true. 23-year-old Jetren Rodthong was sitting in the driver's seat completely unconscious.
Is medical responding? Sir!
He is responding. I'll call over to see.
I'm Officer Davis, Milwaukee Police.
Yeah.
What's going on here? What's that? What's going on? What'd you take? What'd you take?
I was drinking.
You were what?
Drinking.
Drinking?
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
Alcohol.
Oh, what type of alcohol?
Fishy.
All right, sir. Did you take any drugs today? You just drinking? Okay. Do you need any medical attention? Medical is coming, though. They're going to just tell them that you don't want their help if you don't need it. But yet, someone called about you, said that you weren't getting up. Then when I got here, you were just sitting here. Do you have an ID on you? You don't? Okay. 10-4. Can you do me a favor? Can you stop out the car, please?
So the car?
While the officer was trying to get to his feet, Jetren fired at him multiple times, hitting him in the hip and shoulder. He then took cover behind his car while the officer crawled away a few feet and returned fire. And as soon as the officer stopped shooting, that's when the suspect sprinted over to the patrol vehicle.
call. Notify District 1.
You guys GPS that squad car so we can order it in?
Believe it or not, after T-boning the vehicle, Jetron hopped out of the patrol car and attempted to continue the chase on foot, but he was captured 1 block away. Upon his arrest, officers learned that Jetron had also been shot and was transported to the hospital, along with the injured officer and the driver of the other vehicle. But thankfully, nobody lost their lives, and following his release, the suspect was charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, operating a vehicle without the owner's consent, hit and run involving injury, possession of meth, and 3 felony counts of bail jumping. Despite Jetron having the element for surprise on his side, he wasn't as unpredictable as the next suspect, who suddenly changed from a confused and scared young lady into a complete nightmare.
Right up the road and I didn't steal this car.
Calm down.
On March the 30th of 2018, an officer on patrol ran the license plate of a vehicle and found that it came back stolen. The officer immediately performed a felony stop and arrested the driver, 38-year-old Angie Frost, who claimed that she had simply borrowed the car from a friend.
I borrowed it from Stephen Curtis. He told me that I could borrow it. I live right up at Studio 6.
C-U-R-T-I-S?
Yeah, Colin Curtis. I swear I did not steal this vehicle.
Well, how long have you since the first time you've seen him in it?
Well, the first time I seen him in it, I'd say it was about a month and a half ago.
Okay. Do you know how he got it?
No, he bought it.
Do you know that, or you think just assuming it?
I'm assuming it. He's never lied to me before. Ever. He lives over at Balboa Apartments on 51st and U. I had to move some stuff because I'm moving, and he said that I could, you know, if it's stolen, I mean, you take it back and whatever. But I even have a witness that saw him pick me up in it today.
Okay.
So, I mean, I haven't done anything to the vehicle. Honest to God.
Okay.
I mean, I've worked with the police, you know.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll try to get to the bottom of it.
If he did steal it, I'm going to have to go to jail and pay the price for it.
Well, you're in a stolen vehicle. If he did steal it, you're in a stolen vehicle, which is the problem. But if you didn't steal it, then that'll come out in court.
No, you don't understand. If I go back to jail again, then that means prison 4 years. So,
yeah.
I mean,
okay,
I live
listen.
right up the road and I didn't steal this car.
Calm down. If we can find out that Steven stole it, then and you in it without knowing it, then it'll come out in court.
You don't understand. I can't afford a lawyer. My numbers are on that. I don't. Please, I didn't steal it. I swear on my life I didn't steal it.
If he stole it, do you think he'd admit it? Do you think he'd tell us?
I have no idea. Can I talk to the people that own it?
I don't know who the people that own it are right now.
Well, apparently it's not him.
Yeah, apparently, right. But I don't know who they are.
Your driving status is flagged. You're not even supposed to be driving, so you're going to jail.
Please, is there anything I can do? I work with them, please. I worked with them on 11th and Garnett with murders and the whole prostitution thing. We'll work with you guys.
You know what?
I didn't know it was stolen. Like I said, it was a sergeant I was talking to.
She's talking about she talked to a sergeant at MVD.
All right. Well, have a seat in my car. It's a bad day to borrow a car.
So is that a UUMV?
No.
Was
For reasons that are unclear, the officer chose to place Angie in the front of the patrol car instead of the back. Perhaps deep down he did feel just a little bit bad for her, but that would all change in about 5 minutes.
Is Steven listed as the suspect on the EMV?
Yeah.
See if she can give him to us.
Yeah.
She said she knows him. She borrowed the car from him. He's listed as a suspect. We could take her for what? No DL? This ain't gonna stick since he's the listed and she borrowed it from him, saying she doesn't know. But if she can have him meet her or tell us where he's at, we can go.
Found her keys. It was yesterday's date. It's a Thursday, just not very long ago. So I think it was like 3. Said that found her keys were missing, found out that son took the car, and then when she talked to son, he said that she stole the car from him without permission.
Oh, he said she's involved.
You want to read the report?
Yeah. Well, I don't have to. I didn't know she was involved.
That way
I didn't know she was on the report. I thought he took it, which would sync with her story.
Pull up the narrative on there and read it and see what you think. No, I'm willing to do it.
Please, can you please just let me and myself out here? I will call a friend to come and pick me up, and I will show you where Steven lives if he took the car without permission. Right? Right? Please, sir. Sir.
What?
Is there any way that you can sit down and talk with me? I'm willing to let you guys know where there is a massive amount of fucking stolen vehicles, the dealerships to where they go and get them, the dealership keys, the paper tags. We can talk into the owner who even took the car earlier without permission.
Yes, but there's no reason for you to believe that the owner of the vehicle would assume that you aren't the person that took it and Steven is. Unless you know something about it already.
I just know
But the other officer, whoever took the original, couldn't get a hold of him. I don't suppose we're going to be able to either, and I don't feel like spending the rest of my shift trying. Because I think this is all going to be a bunch of BS anyway. I think that's probably the best bet. This is all going to, they'll figure it out. That's some of this crap.
David 136, suspect just stolen my vehicle, is heading south on Memorial.
Moments later, Angie voluntarily came to a stop in the parking lot of the Studio 6 motel, then hopped out and began running across the property, presumably in an attempt to get to her motel room before the officers could get to her.
Oh God, Jet, stop.
Where'd she go? Is that her right there? There she is.
Come here now!
Get on the ground! Put your hands over your head. Put your hands over your head. Will somebody unscrew her so we can put them back in the bag?
Oh, please.
You go back inside. She's fine. She's fine. Hand behind your back. Let's go. It's in the stove.
Now we do got on a stolen vehicle for sure. All
right,
stand up. Anybody got a cage? She's wiry.
Apparently.
Angie was transported to the police station where she was charged with larceny from an automobile, possession of a stolen vehicle, resisting arrest, escaping and driving with suspended license. Looks can be very deceiving, and this next officer learned that lesson the hard way as well after sitting a charming suspect in the front of his patrol unit.
Yeah, man, all that stuff is on GPS. You don't have to remember that stuff nowadays, you know?
I'll see.
On January the 10th of 2016, an officer performed a traffic stop on a vehicle that he observed tailgating other cars and performing unsafe lane changes. The driver, 23-year-old Benjamin Henson, readily complied and pulled over, and even when speaking to the officer, he seemed completely normal and willing to cooperate.
Hello, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Yeah, you have your license and insurance with you?
Yes, sir.
Come back and have a seat with me for just a moment. I'm going to write you a warning and I'll get you on your way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, front passenger seat right there.
Keep you busy tonight?
Yes, sir.
That's
Sure
good.
are. You're heading back towards St. Peter's, I guess?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
As Benjamin was sitting in the patrol car, the officer began asking him more questions about where he was coming from and what he was doing, and it was at that point that Benjamin's demeanor began to visibly change, as if the nice guy facade was wearing off and being replaced by anxiety.
Chad McKendall?
Oh, he's the guy who got this car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a buddy of yours? Or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He just rented the car for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not 25.
Okay, you have to be 25 to rent these cars?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, like I said, just a warning, won't cost a thing, don't have to do anything with it.
I appreciate it, man.
Where are you coming from today?
I'm actually coming from Oklahoma. Well, my family lives in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What part?
Let's see. Back freaking. I don't know what the hell the exit's called.
What town is it?
Terrible. Yeah, man, all that stuff is on GPS. You don't have to remember that stuff nowadays, you know?
I see. What kind of work you do up in St. Peter's?
I'm a union painter.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Well, I'm not wearing the pants right now. Usually I paint all over.
Right.
I just bought these.
How's the paint business?
It's good, man.
Good?
Yeah. Yeah.
40 eastbound, just west of Morgan Road. Kentucky 480, Tom Paul Adam. 480, Tom Paul Adam. I'm going to send a Missouri 43 to you on mobile cop. I just need a triple I back to OLEDs.
Okay. Just gonna take real long. I gotta get back on the road.
Yeah, no, not very long at all, luckily.
I'm tired.
As soon as they run all your information and make sure you're not wanted or anything, then you'll be good to go. Benjamin, do you know your driver's license is revoked?
No, I did not.
It's telling me here the status of your license is revoked.
Oh, gosh.
You know any reason why that would be?
No, sir.
At least 100 foot of chain.
I took care of the, I got a DWI but a year and a half ago, but my lawyer, I did 60 hours of community service so I could have my license back.
Okay, I'll have my dispatcher checking it so they'll be able to advise me for sure. But
thank you.
Like what area, what part of Oklahoma were you coming from?
It's like 10 minutes that way.
10 minutes that way?
Yeah.
Okay. You
just got back on the road.
You just got on the road, huh? Okay. All right, Benjamin, I'm just going to write you the warning for the lane use and the following too close. Okay, do you understand both reasons why I stopped you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Drive you, and then in the event you have to change lanes or exit the interstate, have your signal on for a good ways before you start moving, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Thank you.
All right.
You have a good day.
All right, Chase.
Chase?
Yep.
Officer Chase?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, good one.
Hey, Ben.
You have that paper?
Oh, yeah, you bet, right there.
Thank you.
Hey, can I ask you a couple more questions?
Yes, sir.
And this is when the encounter really started to go downhill, since the officer determined that he needed to check one more thing before letting Benjamin go.
Sir.
Hey, do you have anything illegal up there in your car?
No, sir.
No marijuana or anything? No drugs, cocaine?
No, sir.
Meth, heroin, nothing like that?
Okay. Man.
I hear you, man.
We get a lot of people up and down I-40 that smuggle drugs across the country and stuff. It's one of the main, very regular occurrences. You're sure there's nothing like that in your car?
I'm positive.
Okay, are you responsible for everything that is in your car?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, can I search your car?
Is there probable cause?
No, I have reasonable suspicion right now.
Oh, you do?
I do not have probable cause right now.
Reasonable suspicion. What's suspicious?
Reasonable suspicion means that if you don't give me consent to search your vehicle, I can detain you until I can run a dog around it.
Okay.
And then if a dog alerts, then I will have probable cause.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I'm asking for your consent. I'll check you, and there's another trooper here with us now, and I can make this very quick, okay? All right. That black suitcase?
It's not my suitcase.
So yours, who's this? Somebody give it to you?
Yes, sir.
Turn around, face that way towards my window, put your hands behind your back and thumbs up there. Where's the key, dog? I don't want to have to tear it up. It's not his.
It's not
his. All right, hang on. I'm going to double lock it. Man, that's a large amount of marijuana there in the vehicle.
That's not mine.
Probably don't need to say anything else to me, okay? I'm gonna Mirandize you later. If you want to talk to me, you can, but
yes, sir.
you probably need to think long and hard about what you're looking at on that hood, because you're about to be held accountable for it, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, turn around, sit back in your seat on me.
The officers recovered several large bags of marijuana from inside the trunk, and as a result, Benjamin was placed under arrest. He sat quietly in the patrol car for the next 5 minutes, staring at the officers and looking as if he were contemplating something. As they were about to wrap up their search, Benjamin suddenly decided he wasn't going to stick around to accept the charges.
Very animatronic.
After crashing into a fence, Benjamin hit a dead end and continued the chase on foot. The officers momentarily lost sight of him, but found him hiding in a creek a half-mile away. He was again placed under arrest and transported to the Canadian County Jail to be booked on charges of marijuana possession, eluding the police, and leaving the scene of an accident. The police canine Cash, who was forced along for the ride, was fortunately unharmed. Unlike that case, this next suspect was properly handcuffed and sealed in the back of of the patrol car and still managed to steal it. On November the 6th of 2016, police and the fire department were dispatched to an apartment where the fire alarm had been activated and smoke was visibly coming out the window. They arrived to find the living room floor on fire and quickly took care of it without much issue. They then searched the apartment and found it to be empty, or so they thought, until they heard commotion inside the laundry room, and just as they went to investigate, 35-year-old Jennifer Hillard suddenly fell through the ceiling where she'd apparently been hiding and crashed to the floor. She was taken into custody and was found with a used meth pipe and lighter.
I couldn't get out the door, it was too smoky.
Jennifer sat working up the nerve to execute her plan and was almost caught after an officer opened the door to grab some things out of the car. After that little scare, she decided it was now or never to squeeze through that 11-inch window. The chase reached speeds of 125 miles per hour before the officer successfully deployed the stop sticks and blew out the tires. She was immediately rearrested and taken to the Dakota County Jail to be booked on charges of arson, theft of a motor vehicle, fleeing an officer, reckless driving, speeding, DWI, and possession of meth. She accepted a plea deal and, to everyone's surprise, was given a lenient 1-year deferred sentence, meaning if she completes a set of conditions within a year, she will not have to go to jail. What is it about meth that makes stealing a cop car so appealing? Well, we have an even bigger question for this next suspect, who wasn't even a suspect, just a patient in a hospital who randomly stole an ambulance. On April the 17th of 2024, 27-year-old Ladarius Williams was being treated at the Piedmont Henry Hospital when he decided to take off in an ambulance, one that contained several medics. Fortunately, they all managed to jump out before he pulled onto the main road, where he was pursued by officers.
Westbound on Lake Harbor, coming up to Jonesboro Road.
Pursuing the ambulance. I'm trying to get in front of it for sticks. Broadcasting on Troop C. Phoenix has the ball.
Still south on Jonesboro. Speeds are about 20 miles. Middle lane.
They're down with Phoenix on this pursuit with the ambulance. And
Still south on Jonesboro. Speeds about 30.
Do we know where they're located? South on Jonesboro right now, still in pursuit.
Hey, they three, just be mindful, your tire's out in the back. I got it. I heavy traffic up ahead, Jonesboro, Consolate.
Alright, heavy traffic up ahead. There's a red light. He's stuck in traffic right now.
I got it. APD's got a Durango that's been certified. Got 100 got a spinner.
Stationary at the light. We are continuing southbound here if he makes it through these vehicles.
Southbound on Jonesboro, just past Commerce.
Alright, still southbound on Jonesboro.
Cool. I'll go out and put it.
Alright, Phoenix, y'all have some light traffic up ahead. Still southbound Main, crossing over Chestnut. Light traffic up ahead.
See what street I can parallel. Jonesboro, see if I can get it out.
Someone in the stop sticks in the passenger seat. Right on the other side of the vehicle.
Hey, he gave me the green light. Oh, car coming up. That's cool. Thank you. Right now, I'm gonna wait till a good. Hold on, Smitty.
I'm almost there in the Durango.
Alright, stationary at South Avenue and Cloud, continuing westbound over Cloud.
110, give the APD, they're gonna put in an SUV, you're gonna tear your shit up.
Alright, right turn from South Avenue onto Evan View. Slow speeds right now. Dead end, there's a dead end.
Hold back up ahead, you got nowhere to go.
Let's ride. We finna play now. Hey, watch him. Be on gun. Watch him. Watch him. No.
While being chased through the residential area, the ambulance reportedly drove onto and destroyed property, including several mailboxes.
Morning, northbound, in the southbound lane. Heavy traffic over here. Yeah, I'm finna ramble. Watch out. Hey, hit me right at
1050 with a light pole, 1050 with a light pole. Terra Boulevard and Robert E. Lee. He is getting out black male dreads, blue pants, yellow socks, running southbound. Black male dreads, blue pants. Alright, Atlanta, they are getting him 1095. 1095.
No, turn him to the side. Cross your lane, bro. Cross your lane.
After officers performed a successful pit maneuver, Ladarius plowed directly into a pole and still managed to get out and flee on foot before being taken into custody. He was transported to the police station and charged with aggravated assault on a police officer, felony fleeing, theft by taking, obstruction, and hit and run. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.